Hello, my fellow Spuds, and welcome to the final episode of Project Zomboid with Logan Stone. So, as you can see, Logan is finally fulfilling his dream of wearing his full chef outfit that he looted. I think this was back from the mall, but we finally got around to actually using it. So, we've got chef pants, chef jacket, chef hat, we've got his apron on. He is all set to do a little bit of cooking this last episode, just before everything goes wrong, basically. So let's grab our little empty pot. Let's go fill it with some water, and let's just make some lovely, lovely stew. Right, here we are. So we've got our little tainted water. Let's pop that on the oven here. We've got it all lit, so everything is good. Since last episode, I forgot that I'd left the oven on, and I was panicking pretty much the whole way back that, oh, will my base be burnt down? But it seems to only happen if you leave food in there or something that is cookable. So, yeah, as long as you don't leave anything in there and you can leave it on, it's fine. Just, yeah, be wary of that. There we go. Right, so let's create a stew from random vegetables. There we go, and then let's just chuck that on there. And Chef Logan can have his final meal, really, here. And it's done. Right. Lovely stuff. Let's make 4 bowls of nice stew. And away we go. Excellent. Right, that'll get us through. And we'll chuck that back in there. And Logan's now got some lovely stew, which is going to make him really unhappy eating. There we go. Excellent. Excellent stuff. Little bit of background info. I've put the arcade machine in here, which is awesome. However, it's obviously not going to last very long. You may have noticed or been told or informed that version 41.50 is no longer a thing. It's basically been got rid of by the Project Zomboid team, so basically I'm playing on a version that shouldn't be possible anymore. The only reason I am playing on it currently is because I stopped it from updating before it did. But it's it should be no longer a thing, so I'm quite glad that we're ending the episode today, because otherwise my save would basically be unusable, and then that wouldn't be very good, basically. Right, so here we go, all back in our nice, lovely gear. That's just go to sleep, and we'll be back in the morning. So yeah, it's a massive shame that the version has been kind of cancelled. However, I was expecting it to happen, so it's not like it's come out the blue, really. Right, so I've actually packed up pretty much the whole base since since last episode. Because I'm planning on taking it all to the boat. I don't actually know if it'll all fit. But we'll see. I think there's only storage space for a few hundred, whereas I've filled up the trailer back there, and that's easily got 500 odd in it. This one has about 200 in it, so there's probably about 700-800 worth of weight that I've got to put in a couple of hundred space and on the boat, so that'll be interesting. But we will see. So I've tried to prioritize certain things. So basically, I've taken what I think Logan would really want. So we've got a couple of change of clothes, we've got some tools, we've got loads of fishing stuff, we've got a couple of gas cans. But I thought what we'll do now is we'll just run through the base quickly. This episode, we'll just say goodbye to all his things, and then we'll go. Because unfortunately, we're not going to be able to take the train set, we're not going to be able to take the furniture. So I think it's time that Logan just said goodbye, just so that he can start afresh wherever he may end up. The other thing I did off camera is I fixed up the Land Rover. So I did the best that I could with what I had. So I managed to get the gas tank to 100 because I actually had a spare small gas tank, so that's all great. The engine's at 100 because I went round and looted all the engine parts nearby. The overall condition's 85, which I think the best it's ever been. So I'm happy that it's in a nice condition, and we're going to leave it in a nice condition. Logan's kitchen. Where would he be without it? He stood there looking at the cupboards, the slurp burp machine, the fridges, the freezers, and all the memories came flooding back to him. His weekend away when he got that freezer, the fancy oven that he picked up from the fancy place in Riverside, and the fridge that he picked up which he just couldn't leave behind. And right at the beginning when he found that antique oven in the warehouse. It was such an amazing first major find for Logan, and it was the thing that changed his life while he was living here. And Logan really made this kitchen his own with everything. He decorated it himself, he did it all up. And as he looks back, he's really pleased with it. He couldn't have asked for a better kitchen during the apocalypse. He never managed to sort this room out very much, but as he looked back, it was full of memories. His posters where he raided the cinema after taking out the horde at the mall, the popcorn machine from the same place, the washing machine and dryer that he picked up at the gated district in Riverside, and who could forget the radio, the emergency radio he found, Logan's hobby room. Oh, he spent so much time working on these models, and as he looks around, he's so pleased with himself. Hour after hour he spent sorting these models, painting them, rearranging them, and it just fulfilled his childhood dream. As he looks around, he can't help but be filled with glee at the look at all of these different models around him. He thinks back to his childhood and how happy he would have been as a young boy to have all these models around him at the time. The arcade machine is just the cherry on top. After finding that, it just completes the room for Logan. These models will actually come with Logan on his journey. He's not going to leave these behind. They're too valuable and he's put too much effort in to leave them behind. And Logan's storeroom. How could he nearly forget his storeroom? With the lights on, I think for the first time this whole series, Logan looks around a now fairly bare storage room from what it once was. But still, brings back so many memories. Him building these crates right at the beginning after looting the warehouse just north of here. Him bringing back these tool shelves one after the other from various parts of storage lots. And everything in it that he's stored, from medical to guns to ammo to clothes, everything is here. And it just shows the completion of Logan's journey. As Logan looks at his hobby room, he can't help but feel a sense of wonder and amazement. That even during the apocalypse he could make a little room so nice, so unique and so his own. With his billiards table, his piano, his little library going on, his doctor's certificates that he found way back when at the beginning in Riverside. I mean, they were always his, he just took them back for himself. And who could forget our model railway set, the thing that Logan struggled so hard to get, spent so long completing it, but it's finally his. Logan just looks at it one last time and has a quick play on it. He will have to leave this behind, unfortunately, as there isn't enough room in the boat for it. But maybe one day he'll find the parts to make another one just like it. Who knows? And next we have Barry's room. Oh, Barry, you've been such a help to Logan, both mentally and spiritually. Without Barry, there wouldn't be a Logan. He found the will to live and continue because he found another soul to share his life with. Someone he can speak to, someone he can express his emotions with, whilst the rest of the world seems to be cold, lifeless husks of human beings. Logan cannot thank Barry enough for all his help, sacrifice and dedication throughout this trying time. Of course, Barry is going to come with Logan on this journey to escape Knox Country and venture further forward. Last but not least, Logan looks around his original lockup, the first lockup, the one that he found himself living in that first night, the one that he ran to after being chased by a horde after the helicopter event. He looks around at how different it was, right at the beginning when all there was a mattress on the floor and the lockup in the corner. Now, it's a comfortable room. Logan's happy to call this his home. He looks at the old, scrappy chair sitting there, completely out of touch with the rest of the room, and just loves it. He sits there, reminiscing of when he first found this chair and brought it back, how it was his first comfort in here. And as he looks across to the telly, he remembers dragging that across to here as well, to learn all about the apocalypse, to level up in skills, which helped start his journey in this new world. He looks around and can't but help feel a sense of pride at this room. It represents his journey, it represents his growth and progress. He could have just stayed in his trailer and been killed by the horde. He could have just stayed in the empty lockup and just let himself go. But no, he kept going, he persevered. And now he's reaping the rewards of his hard work. Maybe one day he will see this place again, but this is the room he will miss most. A tear comes to his eye as he looks at it one last time. But it's time to say goodbye on this lockup. It's time to leave this chapter of his life and venture out start a new one. Oh, Logan's old trailer. As he looks at it now, all abandoned, overgrown, he can't help but think he could have died in this place. That this could have been it. If he hadn't have been lucky, if he hadn't have somehow escaped the initial infection, if he'd become blissfully unaware of the goings-on around him, he could have easily become just another zombie. As he looks around, he realises how far he's come. He wasn't in this trailer park long, but he knew this represented a darker part of his life. It was here that Logan moved to after becoming unemployed. Living here in a spiral of depression, he ate himself to obesity and sat around, not knowing what to do. Day after day he would sit in here, reminiscing about good old days, while he spiraled further and further into decline. He thinks back to those days and the days that have just gone by in the last few months, and he realises how lucky he's been. He realises that actually, his life now, although bleak, has been so much more eventful than his time living here. Although there isn't anyone else around to share conversation with, to share humanity with, he knows that he is now better off. He knows that he's now not in the same place mentally he was when he lived here, and he is grateful for that. This is the part of Logan's life that he would rather forget. This is the part of Logan's life that is now dead, like the zombies around him. Therefore, it's time for Logan to end it. As Logan watches his old life burn away, he thinks about the days that have passed since leaving this home forever. He remembers him finding the lockup and making a life there. He remembers learning how to fix up cars and hotwire them. He remembers his cooking show. He remembers sitting in front of the telly and learning how to do carpentry, how to cook and how to forage. He remembers his road trips and his expeditions into Riverside. He remembers finding Barry, his most important companion. He remembers finding his Land Rover, toppling it and nearly losing it all within an afternoon. He remembers finding his doctor's degree in the school. He remembers the near scratches. He remembers the horde that he burnt at the mall. He remembers his drive in his Land Rover in the APC. He remembers looting. He remembers killing. And he remembers death. But above all, Logan has lived, and he has survived to tell the tale. And that is the lesson that Logan will take away from this place, is that you must not give up when all things seem hopeless. You must press on, continue, and try and find hope where there is none, as that is how you truly live. It's time to say goodbye to this base, with its stairway to heaven. It's been amazing, but it's time to say goodbye for now. Goodbye, base. You have been the best. Honestly, the best base I think I've ever had. It's been incredible. So, thank you so much. I hope you make another survivor very happy if they find you. Goodbye, base. Now that we've said our goodbyes to our base, let us head off. Let's head off to the boat. Let's head off to Riverside and actually load all our stuff onto the boat and start the process of leaving this hellhole of a place. He's got hope. He's hopeful that he'll find somewhere outside the restricted zone where he can be safe and live out the rest of his days in peace. Who knows? He could find someone else there. There could be other survivors. We'll just have to wait and see. Here we are, back in Riverside. Oh, it's actually been a while since we've been to Riverside. Thinking about it, it's been a while since we've actually journeyed into the centre. Oh, here we go. Right, we're back. Right, guys, I've loaded as much as I can onto the boat. Nowhere near as much as I would have liked, but it's fully topped up with gas. It's basically full of food. I filled it with food. I filled it with guns. I filled it with ammo and things like that, and tools if necessary. So all of that stuff is now in there. It's pretty much all kitted out. Logan will be easily able to survive a long period of time with all the stuff I've put in there. So he is all good on that front. Got lots of fishing supplies as well, so chances are he would do fine. However, something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, and it's been my aim really since I don't know, since the very start, is I want to raid the toy store. I've been wanting to do it for ages, and I think it's about time now that I actually do it. Seeing as we are in a good place, the end of the series, I need to just do it. So let's go. Alright, come on then. You think you're hard enough? Right, let's try and get round. Lose amongst here. Right, so that's the pharmacy over there. We got the bookstore over there. Where's this toy store? Here we go. Right. We're in. Right, what have we got? Let's try and find some stuff. Submarine, we've already got that. Submarine, already got that. Yo-yo, no, not fast. No, yo, no, no, no. Submarine, electric locomotive. Go. Submarine, got. Okay. We're good. We did it. Electric locomotive. Hooray. Actually got something good. We did it. We raided it. Got everything we needed. Electric locomotive for the win. Right, just get in the car. I think we're good. We've killed quite a few. There we go. We've filled our dream of looting that toy store. We got electric locomotive out of it. I'm pretty chuffed about that. We actually did it. Just as a little send-off. Did a little raid in Riverside. Killed a few. Now 2,789. I'm pretty chuffed. That was like the only thing that I hadn't achieved in Riverside really was looting that toy store, and we've done it now. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'd say that's a big success. Right, onwards then, and let's get onto our boat, and let's head off, I guess. Make sure one last time that we do have everything that we need. We could probably do with some orange sodas, to be honest, and let's take the diet pop, everything that we need, really. We could do with the bundle of fishing books. We're going to need them on our journey. Suppose a nice keytar to keep ourselves occupied while we're there. Yeah. Oh, that's our emergency radio. Well, of course we need that. And I think we're all good. I think we've got everything. I think it's about time we set off. So that's unbind the boat. Just start her up. And that's head off. Here we go. Here we go. Well, Barry, we did it. We're officially away. Oh, all is good with the world. All is good. Right, let's raise the sail to the right side, I guess, because that's the side it's on. I think that's how it works. There we go. Look, we're going forward. Hooray! Can we then shut off? Yeah, and we still do slowly drift, which is quite cool. Okay, let's go to sleep, I guess. Right, morning, Barry. How's it going? Right, let's drink a bottle of wine to celebrate the fact that we're actually on our boat. Toast our success. Yes. Oh, look how fast we're going. Oh, this is great. We don't even have an engine going. Excellent. Oh, right. Okay. Woke up from our hungover. Let's head on over back to the deck. Chuck this in the water. There we go. Lovely stuff. We're all good. Right, so I think it's about time we do a spot of cooking, don't you? Go into our kitchen. Look at the state. We've got an oven filled with cookies and random stuff. We've got... Oh god, it's horrendous. Right, let's grab a cooking pot. Let's head out. Fill this cooking pot. There we go. So we just can cook it with that. Now away we go. All we need to do is just head back in here. Grab everything out of that just temporarily. Grab that on there. We'll use the stove. Turn on. There we go. Excellent. Turn off. We're good. So that's basically how you're going to get water. You just keep doing that. We cook some rice. Should we cook some rice? Sure. Let's make some rice up. Excellent. What can we do with rice? Create ketchup as spice? Oh, that sounds great. Sure, why not? Ketchup rice. Fresh, uncooked. Well, let's put that back on and let's cook some rice up. And there we go. We got some cooked rice. Let's make 4 bowls of rice. Huzzah. Let's just sit down, enjoy a nice bowl of rice with ketchup, as you do. Oh, this is a life. And I think I'm going to call this a day on the series. We're heading towards the border. We're going to cross it when we do. We've got the sledgehammer on the deck that we're going to use to break down the fence. If need be, we've got hammer, saw, we've got all the tools we need to do whatever we need to do to get past this perimeter fence. Logan's already scouted out. It already looks abandoned. I believe in Logan, and I think you should too. So, thank you so much for watching, guys. You guys are just the best. I just can't believe how amazing you guys are, and thank you so much for supporting me, everyone. You guys are just truly, truly amazing. Thank you so much. Next series, I'm going to do another series on Project Zomboid. I'm not sure if it will be out next week, but it'll be out in the next couple of weeks anyway. I might take a week off just to sort out the mod pack and stuff next week. I will be releasing other videos, so don't worry if that's the case. But I could get it all done and sorted by Monday, so who knows? We'll wait and see. But it's going to be based around Ravens Creek. It's going to be a completely separate timeline from this one. It's going to have harder zombies. It's going to be a lot more fast-paced, hard-hitting. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very out of my comfort zone to Project Zomboid, so I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, I've got lots of series lined up for Project Zomboid, so don't worry. This game is going to feature on the channel for a while yet. I think I've got like 3 or 4 more series lined up. So yeah, I'm not gonna lose interest anytime soon. A massive thank you to all my patrons: Seth, Jake, Pet, Renee, Sloth, Drew, Clint, David, Aaron, and Overlord Seraph. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are just absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. You you make my day every single day, and yeah, just thank you so much. I can't thank you guys enough. I think that's it for Logan's journey. It's a bit weird coming to the end. I wish it didn't have to end, but because of the updates and things, it's not possible for me to carry on with this version, unfortunately. And I've had limited time to record this, so I'm sorry if it's a bit short and it's a bit haphazard, but it's the best I could do on such short circumstances. But thank you so much, guys. I can't thank you guys enough. You guys are all incredible. Logan thinks so too. Barry thinks so too. Barry's here. Don't have the roasting pan next to Barry, Logan. That's not funny. But that's toast loads of success with a bottle of bourbon. Thank you so much, guys. And who knows where Logan and Barry will end up. We may see in the future. So anyway, guys, thank you so much, and I will see you in the next series. Cheers. Bye-bye.